Alrighty, I'm going to take this Cover FX mattifying drops, and I'm just going to take this and apply it with my hands. For my lids, I'm going to take my Lane Low paint pot, and I'm just going to apply this with my fingers. I'm really excited because I'm getting to use some of my new stuff. So I'm going to take my Tarte Face Tape Foundation in 36S. This is the shade that I've been using most. I also have 37G, I believe, but I feel like I need to tan a little bit more for that one. Like, I need to get some sun. Otherwise, it's just a lot of work. And I'm gonna mix this NARS Orgasm liquid highlighter just because I want a little bit of a glow. So I'm gonna mix it, and I'm gonna just use my, what is this? My Wet n Wild brush. I really like these brushes. So I'm just going to take this. So my sister-in-law and I have started working out together, and this was our first week. And we've gone 4 times this week. So I feel like it's a really great start. And I sweat a lot. I'm the person that will sweat a ton. And I need something that's going to keep me from having to wash my hair a lot. Like, I went to the gym today, and I put in some dry shampoo foam, the mousse, and I got it in gratis a while ago. I used it, and I'm like, oh, it's all right. But I think that so far, today was the first day I used it. I'm going to keep testing it out. But I feel like it refreshed my hair. I have to style my hair, so we'll see what it looks like at the very end. But you basically work it into your scalp, and it's supposed to absorb oil and stuff. But what I really like about it is that my hair doesn't smell. Like, I can smell the product, and not like a mix of product and funk. So so far I'm liking it. So I'm hoping that it absorbs the oil. Oh, look, I have some of the foam on my ear. I'm hoping that it really does absorb the oil, because I don't want to smell good and look like my hair is dirty. Like, I want it both. I'm going to go in with this Smashbox Studio Skin Flawless 24-Hour Concealer, and the shade I have is Light Medium Warm Golden is what we're using today. And you know what else I did, guys? I'm an idiot. I put primer thinking I was going to do my eyes first, and then I put my foundation over it. The good thing about this foundation, though, is that it sets and it doesn't crease. Like, it's very long wearing. I love it. This will be my favorites, by the way, for sure. The foundation. I know I haven't had it like super long, but it's the foundation I've been using just about every day. So good. I'm gonna let that set for a little bit, and I am going to do my eyebrows off camera, and then I will be right back. Let me actually show you guys what I'm using. I'm using the Anastasia Dip Brow in the gel form, and it's in the shade Chocolate. I've always used dark brown, but I find that chocolate looks a little bit softer and more natural. So I'm going to use this, and then we'll be right back. I'm actually going to see if I can show you guys how I use this, because when I first got it, I was not a fan. And recently I've really grown to appreciate it and like it. I typically use the Dip Brow Pomade, and my son, I think, lost it, and I just found it today, but I just want to show you guys. So basically, you take the wand, and I saw her do a video on Instagram, which is why I'm like, I'm going to try it. So with the tip, you just line, this was too much product, but you line your brows the same way that you would with a brush. There's a hair on there. And then that helps give you the shape, and then you kind of bring that up into the actual brow hair. So it's coating every little hair that you have, and then at the same time I find that it builds the texture, which looks like you have a fuller brow. I had purchased dark brown in this, and it's alright, but I think I would go with chocolate moving forward. Don't worry if it looks messy, because I'm going to go in and clean it up with a brush. We have an eyebrow. I'm going to let that dry, and then I'll show you guys what else I do. So now I'm going to take my brush, and this is an Anastasia brow brush in number 12, and I'm just taking the product and loading it onto my brush. So as you guys can see, it looks kind of messy at this point. Like, I just kind of comb it up, and I'm going to line. I'm going to take a little bit off on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to line the brow and really just define the shape. And then I'm just doing upward strokes, and then we have a brow. So I'm going to let this set for a little bit, and we'll move on to the other brow, which is, I have less hair in this brow, so it's not as easy to define. And I'm going to do the same thing, load up my brush, and then just make sure that I don't have like too much on one side. This brow is hard for me to do. It's just because of the angle. I guess I have to go in. And this was the one that I lost hair in. And then if you guys are like freaking out because you're like, it's patchy, don't worry about it. We're going to go in one more time with a different brow gel. I know, I will say that this is definitely more work, but it looks more natural. And I know that my eyebrows are not very natural looking. I'm aware of that. But this is definitely the best option. All right, this eyebrow, I think I'm gonna have to finish off camera because it's really hard for me to just kind of go in there. So I'll be back. Okay, we're gonna finish the brow. So I'm gonna go in with my Milk brow gel, and the reason why I go in with this one is because it darkens it up just a little bit, and it really just blends the hair and the product together, so it just ends up looking more realistic, especially once it dries. And let's do this guy. And again, I know it looks sloppy right now, but we're gonna clean it up. And part of that is that I don't have hair, so sometimes it's like painting on the skin. All right, we're gonna let it dry. It's gonna dry darker, and then we'll come back, clean it up, and then I'm gonna blend this concealer out. All right, so I'm taking my Juno & Co sponge, and I'm going to just blend this out, and it's damp. So that's going to help give movement to that concealer that's probably had way too much time to set. And then we're gonna clean up our eyebrows. So this gets super thick when it's had time to set, but honestly, like, the coverage is really nice. Okay, so to clean up our lovely brows, I'm gonna use another Anastasia brow. This is the number 20 brow. This is what she looks like. I've been really loving it. I'm gonna take a little bit of my foundation, just the smallest amount. And I'm going to use my brush to clean up my brows. So I'm going to just, basically you're carving your brow. Some people like to use their concealer, but for me, like, I prefer my foundation because it's the color I have dominating my face, but I just don't want it to look brighter. I want to just clean it up. So I'm going to go in and do the other side. This is something that I never used to do. And since I've started doing it, like, it does make a huge difference. Especially because I used to spend so much time in, like, worrying about the shape and making sure that it was, like, similar to the other side. And this has really helped in terms of cleaning up and just getting this shape I want. And that's it. We have brows. What I'm going to do now, I like the way this looks. I'm not going to do anything else to it. Alright guys, so now I'm going to take my Fenty powder, and this is in Banana, which is a yellow shade. I've been using this all over again, and I really love it. You just need to make sure that there isn't any creasing, because you know that when you set your face, you essentially lock the creasing in. Guys, right now I feel like I look like the guy from the Bozo show. Not Bozo, but the other guy. So I like to go in with my sponge, but then I like to go in with this brush. This is from Moisturizer-St, and I just lightly tap it on and then blend this out. So I'm selling my mirrored vanity because I need something bigger. Like, this was the vanity that I wanted. It was the vanity of my dreams. But the reality is that it's just not practical when it comes to like business, right? And I had someone reach out recently and was like, you know, all that makeup is just hiding your natural beauty. And I'm like, who asked you to do it? Are you gonna offer, you know, to buy it or not? Because if you're not, I didn't ask for your opinion. I am not buying opinions, so bye. It so amazes me that people just feel like they can give you their opinion when you haven't solicited anyone's opinion, you know? Anyway, so I am going to take the Cover FX bronzer, and this is in Sun-Kissed Bronze. And I am going to use my MAC 135 brush. So I'm just going to load the product on each side. I think I might have taken too much. I've seen that they're super pigmented. Ooh, look at this. Guys, she's pretty. And it blends out so easily. Let me get the bronzer. I'm going to use one of their blushes today too. But I'm going back in with the bronzer on this side. Just kind of taking it there. So something, I told you guys how I've started working out again. I recently was told on YouTube that I had Sharpie eyebrows, and it made me laugh, right? And I'm like, I was having this conversation with my friend Jessica. I think I'm just gonna use bronzer today. We'll see. So I was talking to my friend Jessica about it, right? And I'm like, it didn't bother me, like it made me laugh. And then I was like, before I respond, because it doesn't bother me. And in my responding, I'm gonna use the shimmery side. My responding to it is not like confirmation that, oh, you've bothered me. It's simply like, it's funny, right? Like, I don't care. So this may open the doors for someone to start just ripping me a new one. Please don't. I feel like I don't really care what people say about me. It doesn't bother me. I think it used to when I first started YouTube. And I think about like, oftentimes I sit here, I'm like, why did I stop YouTube? I was doing really well. And this was like back in the day when it wasn't like as saturated as it is now. And I just think about like, you know, why did I stop? And I think I just got caught up in various things, like, right, like I felt like my channel wasn't doing as well, and I was working super hard on it. Like I was putting something out just about every day. I do need some blush. And it became, you know, more like me really just ripping myself a new one daily. I'm going to go in with Warm Honey. I'm going to go in with the blush. And it just wasn't, I was overly rough on myself. Long story short, okay? I was really rough on myself. And then at that point, I was getting quite a bit of like mean comments, and in that moment, I was not prepared to handle people being mean. I wasn't. So I recognize that now, right? So now I think about like, well, everything happens for a reason, and I don't know that I would have been able to handle that kind of abuse, I guess. I'm gonna go in with my Dior lash primer, and now it's like I'm at a point where, you know, I'm in my 30s. I would say I'm successful in my career. This is a hobby for me, and I love it, which is why at this point, like, my channel is not big. It hasn't grown, you know, a ton, but I love it. I love talking to you guys. I love filming, you know, sharing makeup with you guys. Like, I love the fact that there is an audience that cares about makeup as much as I do. So I don't have that, you know, a ton with my friends or my family. Like, I probably have like 2 friends, 2.5 friends who really just care about makeup or love makeup the way I do. And I say I have because one of them is like, you know, kind of. The point is that this is why I'm doing it, right? I know I probably won't blow up. I know I probably won't like get a ton of subscribers and make this my career, and I'm okay with that. If you want to say I have Sharpie eyebrows, say I have Sharpie eyebrows, right? Now, I feel like if somebody were to say like, oh, you're fat, that would hurt me. I think that would be hard to come back from. The reason why I bring this up is because I'm at a point in my life where I'm really insecure about my weight. And as a kid, I was super, super scrawny. And then my mom was concerned about my weight and gave me the Flintstone vitamins, and I put on some weight. So for a while, I was, you know, a heavier kid, and I got picked on, and I felt like the ugly kid. I don't think you ever lose that, and I'm not gonna cry. And it's something that I struggle with. So even now, I'm at my heaviest, and I don't feel good about myself. And you have a choice, right? You either sulk in your situation, and this goes for anything and everything. And I'm a firm believer in this. You have choices. So you can either cry about it and not do anything, or do something and commit to it and see where it goes. So I am happy that my sister-in-law are doing it together, because she's not someone that will say, oh yeah, let's not go, let's go get something to eat instead. Like, she's really taking this seriously, and we're motivating each other. I am sharing this because I think it's a way to hold myself accountable. I'm going to go in with the Shock mascara by YSL. And this is to say that it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you have. It doesn't matter what your life looks like. You know, someone is always going to look at you and think that you have it all, and that you're so confident, and that your life maybe is, you know, perfect or close to it, and it's not. We all have struggles. We all have insecurities, and I would like to think that I'm pretty confident, but I also know that I have insecurities just like anyone else. But again, you know, it's like, are you going to let those insecurities dominate you and your life and how you do things, or are you going to make a change? I need to make a change. As you guys can see, I love me some mascara, and I'm not done with this. I want to do a little bit more. Alright guys, this is what we're looking like. I took some of that mascara and I placed it on my lower lash line, but it's a little too soft. So I'm going to go in with the MAC in Extreme, no, what is this called? Giga Black, Extended Play Giga Black Lash. So I think I'm going to take a little bit of the bronzer, and I'm going to apply it down the sides of my nose because I feel like I'm a little flat. And this isn't something that I do often, but every now and then I will, just because I feel like my face maybe needs a little bit of definition. So I'm taking that same bronzer, the matte bronzer, and I'm just going to run it down the sides of my nose, just very lightly, I wouldn't even say it's like contouring. It's just adding some dimension to my face so that I don't look flat. For my lips, I'm going to use a lip color that I'm really digging right now, and it's the Fenty Unlocked Stunna lip paint. But I'm gonna go in first and do my eyes. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this Sephora cream shadow. This is in Topaz, and I just want a little something on my eyes just so that they're not like super matte. I'm gonna use this brush by Royal Langnickel. It's just a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to take this and lightly spread it out. I moved my lash, so I'm gonna go in with my mascara wand and just separate that. This mascara, guys, it gets better as it dries out. When I first started using it, I'm like, why did I love this so much? And now that it's a little drier, I'm like, nah, I know. It looks like I have false lashes on. Like, it just makes your lashes look so full and long. I love it. I'm gonna take a little bit more of this. So what I'm seeing with this guy is that you kind of have to work fast. It sets quickly. So I'm gonna do one eye at a time. I just want to say, like, this isn't like a pity party or I don't want you guys to feel like maybe the content today was, you know, too much or heavy. I do love my life. I have a great husband, a beautiful, healthy baby. You know, I love our home. I love my life. I am just not happy with, you know, where I'm at in terms of the way I look, and that's okay. You know, again, I want to put it out there that it's okay. It's okay to not be happy. It's okay to, you know, feel dissatisfied with something in your life. The point in me sharing this is, what are you going to do about it? That's it. I wanted to share that with you guys because I want you to know that I am doing something about it. And not that you guys were even asking me about it. Like, no one has said anything to me. This isn't, you know, anything other than I'm sharing a piece of me that you guys didn't know. Okay, I like the way this looks. It's very soft, it's very sheer, it's buildable, it dries. It feels like it's a powder, actually. I like it. If you guys are wondering about my polish, going back to what I love, you guys should follow me on Instagram. I forget what they're called. They're just like story highlights. And I did one for nails because I changed my nails up quite a bit. I do them myself. I had a cousin who actually was like, you do them yourself? Because I was putting them up and she says that it looks professional, but I've gotten really good at doing my own nails. Like, I know what I like and I do them all the time. I do them so much that I should know what I'm doing. I'm going to take a little bit more of the Milk Brow Gel and just fill this in a little bit more. So I'm going to do my lips, and for my lips I'm going to take this lip color, and I want you guys to know that I will do my best to keep it on camera, but the truth is that it's kind of hard to use. For me at least. The wand is a bit big for my lip shape. The other thing about this is that the wand wants to round out my shape, and I have a pointy Cupid's bow. It ends up looking okay, but it just rounds up my top lip. So I'm okay with it. It looks good. Now the last thing we're going to do before setting our makeup with a spray is we're going to use the Jouer Soft Focus Hydrate and Set Powder in medium. It looks like this. And I'm going to use the same brush that I used to apply my Fenty one. So this we're going to use to just kind of buff our makeup. And this is something that Mel Thompson does a lot. And I just like the way her makeup always looks. So we're going to try it. And I have to say, I do like it. I feel like it's definitely made my skin look smoother. And I'm going to take this Mario Badescu spray. I'm gonna let that dry, and in the meantime go do this hair. All right guys, so this is what the final look looks like, and I have to say I really like the way everything turned out. Let's just talk about the product. I'm getting into the habit of trying to discuss product with you guys. I'm actually gonna go in with a little bit more of this powder just to set the center of my face. There you go. Holy hell. Guys, this powder is good. It's good. Look at how smooth I look. It's good. So, Jouer I think did a beautiful job with this powder. Like, it literally blurred the hell out of the center of my face. My face was looking a little, when I do the mist on my face, I like for like the outsides of my face to look more natural and glowy, but I like to maintain a matte center. And this literally just mattified the center of my face. It looks really natural and it looks super smooth. Me likey. This is a good one. We're gonna talk about the Cover FX blushes. The one I used today was Warm Honey. I really love this. They're definitely very pigmented. They're easy to blend out. They are very pretty. And I like the fact that you can get your matte and your glow all in one. So I really do enjoy that. The bronzer was amazing. I love this color. I think it's really beautiful. I think that if you're really fair, this may be a little too dark for you, but if you're light to medium tan, this works. I know they have a shade that's slightly darker than that. So I think that they did a beautiful job with trying to accommodate everyone, but I would definitely suggest that they consider adding more to the bronzer line because 2 shades isn't gonna cover everybody. 2 shades will cover light to dark, maybe deep dark, but that's about it. You guys know I love my Dior 3D Lash Primer. It's my favorite. I use it every single day. The Shock Mascara. This is one of my favorite mascaras. And when I started to use it again, I thought, why did I love this? But now that it's getting a little bit more on the drier side, I love the way my lashes look. My friend Jessica and I both love this equally. Like, we're always like, oh my God, I love it. And I actually ended up getting her one for Easter when I purchased some stuff because I know it's one of her top mascaras. Although I should have gotten her Pat McGrath because it's what she wants now. NARS Orgasm Liquid Highlighter. This is beautiful. I think it did nothing for a full coverage foundation. Like, I don't think it made my skin look glowier, but I do love the way this looks on top of the foundation. I didn't do that today because I've done that already and I wanted to see what it looks like underneath foundation. I think that if it's a light to medium coverage foundation, you may get more of an effect from it, but with this bad boy, I got nothing. This is the Tarte Face Tape Foundation. I love this foundation. It's probably the best foundation I've tried in a while, or that I've been really excited about. It's a full coverage, long wearing foundation that looks very natural, looks very comfortable, it does not look heavy, and your skin still maintains some luminosity to it. Like, it's not a flat matte like double wear. This is a really beautiful matte finish with a natural glow. Like, I wouldn't say it's a satin finish because it's not. It's definitely matte, but there's still something. It almost looks like you would have a highlighter underneath your foundation and then you put your foundation on top of it and you're still seeing that highlight come through. That's the best way I could describe it, but I absolutely love this foundation. She's pretty. She's pretty. She's a gorgeous color for spring and summer, and it's definitely one of those shades where you can wear out or to work. Like, if you wear this to work, it's cool. But you can also play your eyes up and throw this on for a really fun evening look. This little guy from Sephora, this liquid shadow in Topaz. I really love it. When I think Topaz, I think something more of like coppery bronze, but this is like a rose gold. At least that's what it looks like on my skin, and I really love it because it just gives you a little hint of glow, and it's not too much. It's not competing with anything else. I think this is going to be a great everyday product for me for those days where I don't want to look like the basic bee that I am. Juno & Co., we're still going hard. We're committed. We're thinking about marriage. Like, this sponge is hands down the best sponge I've ever tried. Quickly, Mario Badescu. Guys, I've gone through it pretty quickly. I find that this, if you're dry, it's going to dry your skin. It will. It may have alcohol in here. I've never looked at the ingredients. I don't know why. I feel like it does dry out my skin, but when I'm good, like my skin is good and I'm hydrated and I'm, you know, looking pretty even, I love to use this. I mean, I've gone through quite a bit of it, and I just love the way that my skin looks after I've used it. But again, I like to be more matte in the center, so I'll go in and just spray all over my face, and I always go in again with a light powder in the center. Usually I go in with my Charlotte Tilbury, but today we tried out the Jouer and I'm loving it. The last thing we're going to talk about is the Way Dry Shampoo Foam. I used it. My hair does not feel oily. It smells really good. It smells like I just washed it, actually. And I'm not looking oily. I'm looking really even. I feel really clean. I don't feel sticky. I don't feel like I have product in my hair or anything extra. I love this stuff. I think I'm going to buy another one because I'm going to be working out and I can't wash my hair every day. I'll dry my hair out big time. I love it. I'm happy. I'm very pleased. Maybe tomorrow I'll end up having to use like a powder dry shampoo or like a spray. But for today, Mama's happy. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment down below letting me know if you have any recommendations for upcoming videos, or if you have any comments about this video or suggestions. I'm definitely open to it. And if you're gonna tell me that I have Sharpie eyebrows, I know. I'm working on it, but I know. So I hope that you guys found this really helpful, or that you enjoyed getting ready with me today. I will talk to you guys soon. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and comment down below. I want to know who you guys are. I am planning to do a giveaway because I'm at 1,000, a little over 1,000 subscribers, and I think that's something worth celebrating. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to put something together for you guys, and hopefully it's something that you enjoy. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.